name is Jackson Whaling, and this is my persuasive speech about the excess homework. Have you ever gone home after school and did homework all night? I feel like most people could say that they have. I know I have, and the next day when I woke up for school, I slept through class or didn't get assignments done. But what is the point of doing this? My thought is it doesn't help the kids learn any more than they did, nor less does it help with things that they may need to get done after school. In 2024, Matthew Wallen on nshss.org stated, "Try and picture this level of logistics from a young high schooler's mindset, a mindset that is still developing. They are dealing with the constant struggle and inherent in growing up while trying to retain high school freedoms. Some kids need to help pay bills and help around the house, so having a job is important, as it's not just to have extra money as a kid, but to help their parents, as some families are less fortunate than others. Homework should still be given appropriately and with a purpose in school. The need in this situation is to cut down on the excess amount of homework being given by some teachers to the kids." Joseph Lathan on onlinedegrees.sandiego.edu wrote, "While all students may groan at the mention of homework, it may be more than just a nuisance for poor and disadvantaged children, instead becoming another burden to carry and contend with. That being said, homework can be a pivotal part in school, as it's a percent of your grade. With some kids not being good test takers, doing good on homework will help your grade, as it can be a big percent. When kids go home with excessive amounts of homework, it may not help them and definitely not benefit them at all. Many kids have jobs and also do extracurricular activities, which are their choice, but those things can be important, and I feel teachers should try to help them get through those and work around them as much as possible. When giving kids a ton of homework, I think it also makes them more inclined to cheat by asking others how to do it for them, or looking up the answers, or maybe even asking their parents how to do it, which isn't cheating, but a lot of times parents don't know how to do the new homework." In 2015, KJ Del Antonia on archives.nytimes.com stated, "The researchers from Brown University found that stress and tension in families increased most when parents perceived themselves as unable to help with homework, when the child disliked doing the homework, and when the homework caused arguments either between children and adults or the parents in the household." What KJ Del Antonia said may directly relate to you, as you may have seen it in your household before. The big question is, do you want your kids to succeed in school? The answer should obviously be yes, as they're the future of the world. As mental health is a growing problem in the world, this has a bigger role than you realize in the problem. This drains students mentally, making them lose sleep, not do assignments, or lose out on learning in class. Stanford University's research on graduateprogram.org states potential downsides of too much homework can have a negative impact on students' mental health. One of the big things is getting an equal amount of homework in each class to be fair to the students, because if you have multiple teachers giving you excess amounts of homework, it will mentally drain you. In 1998, Peg Dawson on edweek.org said, "Failure to do homework leads students to fail classes, flunk grades, and ultimately drop out of school." The solution to this problem is installing a basis students and teachers can go by every day in class. If you have a basis to go by every day that the teachers and students can go by, it will make work and extracurricular activities easier, as they could work around things they have to do and get their work done. This also may mean that teachers and students work together, as they can still get their homework done in a fair way to all students. One of the ways I've seen this work best is when the teacher said that we will be getting homework every Tuesday and Thursday, but not a ridiculous amount. This works well because students know when they will be getting the homework and have time to plan around it. Another thing that goes along with the solution is giving homework with a purpose. A lot of classes' homework can be a good thing, but there are classes that homework doesn't really have a purpose if class time is utilized how it should be. Sandra Levy in 2019 on healthline.com states, "The Journal of Experimental Education says more than 2 hours of homework every night is just counterproductive." When you see the solution, it will be having students have a structure that has been gone over by the teachers. This would be homework more likely in math, English, history, and science, as they are more important classes in high school. not so much elective classes, as that would be done in class more. But if you choose to not use class time as you may, students may have homework in those classes. Students will know what days they will be getting homework before the week even starts, so students should be able to work around them and with their teachers. If there are still hiccups in working together, the students should sit down with the teacher and figure out better ways to go about it. If this doesn't work, parents may need to schedule a meeting with the teacher and figure out ways to work in a polite manner. This can relate to you as a student in most cases, but also relate to you as a parent in the future and even grandparents. As you may be a student now and need help, but your parents and grandparents don't know how, well, that could be you in the future when your kids need help with schoolwork. Curriculum and subjects seem to change all the time and get more advanced, so a lot of people, like your guardians, may not be able to help you. I hope this maybe made you think this problem and maybe even push you to fix it. Thank you.